Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Report has it that terrified elders ran into the palace with goats to beg like children. Like they were begging the great lion to, return Ogunjãye. And they said the great lion was so angry that, in fact, the way his eyes were looking, that never, ever seen the great lion like that. Like it was the first time they ever saw the great lion, that like the deity that they say he is. They were so, as in the great lion was so angry. Elders were terrified. They say Orōkïtan elders, so they were the ones that ran out to go to the palace to go and beg the great lion. You know, they say when a child mocks fire, he will one day run around screaming for water. That, parable is what is playing out in the palace in a way nobody in Ife would ever forget. The elders who had been acting bold, proud, confident, and untouchable only a few days ago came running into the palace like frightened children, not walking, not steady. They were running, confused, shaking, sweating, stumbling, and dragging goats behind them like people escaping war. Yes, so like people escaping war. They said the weekend has been very, very hot. The weekend has been hot. Dela right. They said the palace guards were shocked. These were elders who normally carried themselves with authority, men who sat in meetings without fear, men who talked with their chairs. Today, they looked like shadows. Their wrappers were half tied. Some had slippers, missing. One of them had, ran barefoot from his compound to the palace. They were shouting before they even reached the palace gate. Open, open, we must see the great lion. Their voices cracked. Their eyes were red. The guard opened the gate quickly because fear was written all over them. And not just, them, even inside the palace, everyone has been very, very afraid. You know what the great lion showed them now? The great lion tried to show them that, you see this return of the jewel. There is nobody, don't even go there, don't even try it, because I am ready. I am ready, even if it means bye, I am ready for you guys. Apparently, that was what the great lion showed them. The goats they brought were tied with ropes. The animals were confused, pulling back, refusing to enter the bull estate. Even the goats said something was wrong, apparently. These elders were holding the ropes with shaking arms, with their boys dragging them, forcing them inside. When they reached the palace courtyard, they didn't behave like elders at all. They didn't arrange themselves. They didn't stand properly. They fell to their knees immediately, some of them still breathing heavily from the long run. These are traditional elders that are supposed to be respected. Now, it's important to bear in mind that these things are affecting only the traditionalists, the ones who believe in that tradition, that is their religion, okay? Yes, these are the set of people that are going through all of this crisis and most of this traditional stuff that happens in the palace. They said a great lion stepped out when he heard the commotion. The moment they saw him, their voices broke completely. Great lion, bind Ogunjãye, please bind him. He will finish us. Their voices were overlapping. One elder was crying like a full-grown baby. Another one was holding the edge of, his khaki, trembling so much his teeth were shaking. The third elder, the oldest among them, held the rope of the goat so tightly. His, knuckles turned, white. He lifted both hands up and said, Kabiyesi, we are finished, men. Bind Ogunjãye before he strikes again. Kabiyesi, Ejo, have mercy. That was what they said to the great lion. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the South, still on the royal. Happy new week to you. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. I share. I do well, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and thank you for your love. They said the great lion did not speak. He did not move. He stood there watching them kneel, cry, plead, and tremble. For years, these elders acted like they were bigger than warnings, bigger than consequences, bigger than the throne's word. But now they were crawling in fear before the same king they mocked indirectly. Orōkïtan elders, they have troubled the great lion so much. So now let me make it very clear again in case you are lost, okay? In, that place, they have 4 rolling houses, including the Ogidigba, right? You understand, right? Now, Ogidigba, inside Ogidigba has 9 doors. 9 doors. The lineage comprises of 9, as in 9 doors, okay? They have Abebe. It's a whole lot, all those Ile, but they have Ile Orōkïtan. Now, Ile Orōkïtan happens to be where Ebony comes from. And this Orōkïtan, they have dealt with Ebony so much that even right now, they are fighting among themselves, such that they have faction. They have broken into 2 factions. The other faction, who are on the side of the great lion, they are beginning to call themselves Ile Arinola, right? Now, these Orōkïtan people, they have stressed the living daylight out of the great lion. Because what their eyes, they just want that stool. They want to sit where the great lion is sitting. That is all that they want. That is exactly what they want. And so they are the ones that have disturbed, and they are the ones who are crying like rats. They are crying in their numbers. They are the ones because of their hearts and everything. Now, they said a great lion finally spoke, and his voice was not soft. It was controlled, like it was anger controlled. It was controlled anger, the kind of anger that does not shout but cuts deeply. Did I not warn you? Silence. Nobody answered. Did I not tell you, he continued, that whoever played with, the staff, whoever lied, whoever manipulated, whoever entered the forest of conspiracy will face judgment? Did I not tell you? Last week they came, they said they wanted to go and remove Ebony's pot. I mean, last 2 weeks. Was it last week or so? While they were talking, they said that Saturday they were going to remove Ebony's portal. People did not know that that pot thing that they were doing was to gain access to the palace so they can carry staff. When Kabiyesi looked at everything that had happened, Kabiyesi did not bother. Kabiyesi just said one thing, that he's not going to bother his head, that anybody who is responsible, all the group of people that are responsible for that atrocity, that he would deal with them, that it is just Ogunjãye. And when Kabiyesi was telling them, they did not believe. They came with goats, they were begging. They said still nobody could talk. An elder attempted to speak, but his voice broke. He only managed to say, Kabiyesi, Ejo, have mercy. The great lion shook his head slowly. You thought I was threatening you. You thought everything is politics. You thought you could bribe spirit the way you bribe humans. He took one step forward. The elders flinched like children expecting a slap. You went to fake diviners. He said you paid them to deceive you. You believe lies more than truth, and now that Ogunjãye has risen, you want me to bind it? They said they bowed lower. One elder's head touched the ground. Another one, pushed the other one, and everything they wanted was just to beg Kabiyesi. And Kabiyesi said no, that he's not binding Ogunjãye, that Ogunjãye is not true. Ogunjãye has not finished its assignment, that he is not stopping Ogunjãye, that none of them has the capacity to make him stop Ogunjãye, that he will not stop Ogunjãye. That Ogunjãye will continue his work until he has finished cleaning everywhere. Come and see cry. Elders were crying like babies. They are afraid. You know why? Because most of them they are guilty by the things they have said, the things they have done, the things they have failed to do, the things they have failed to say. and Ogunjãye doesn't go for innocent people, they know that in the next couple of days, if Ogunjãye is not taken back inside, things will happen. That happens to be why they were begging. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.